right. So let's transition to just leadership, right? Because Ryan just came on and talked about all that stuff. And, you know, I'm going through all my stuff. Anyone that's running a business, they have to deal with leadership, right? So I guess, like, what are some of the good things that you're going through right now and some of the challenges?
Good things, man. Good things are, I would say, like the culture, the people. I got some good people around, and like the people we're very aligned in our core values on, like, they're very growth oriented. These people want to grow. They want to push. They're humble. Like they're willing to learn. So I would say culture wise, that's like what we're doing really, really good at. The people are in. What we're struggling with is, I guess I want to call it accountability is really what I'm going to say, which is hard because, like, I feel like we hold people to a pretty high accountability. And like you said, I have pretty high expectations for people and I hold them to that. But it's also like filling out the KPIs, like holding to that standard. I've kind of been more of like, oh, we're all about the results, so I really don't care how you get there. Now that we joined Gary's program and like we've been really keeping track of KPIs, it's like, did you fill it out? Did you do what you said you're going to do? Are you actually doing this stuff? And holding people to that standard, it kind of feels like we were very much like entrepreneurs of like, you just kind of go all over the place. Now we're getting more structured where you have to fill stuff out all the time and like you're really tracking what you're doing. And that's been our hardest struggle, or biggest struggle, I would say right now, is holding everybody accountable to that. And I don't like it. I don't like that kind of stuff. I'm like, don't tell me to fill this stuff out and do this. And are you doing? Because like I'm doing it. I'm doing what I need to do. But then that's how they are too. But then it's just tracking that, because the only way that we're going to know if we're hitting that or going to where we want to go or doing the action steps to get us to the goal is by tracking it. I have to decide on if I believe that or not too, because I'm not the kind of person who's going to do stuff because I don't think there's a value in it. So like sometimes they tell me like, hey, do the one thing commitment. I'm like, wait, why the frick are we doing this when like we didn't do anything with it? So I'm not going to go spend all this time, effort doing busy work if it's not actually going to benefit the business. And so then sometimes it's got to be your buy-in. So if you don't think that it's going to make sense, don't do it. But if you think it's going to make sense, then you do it and you buy in, because I'm the kind of person that's not going to tell people to do something unless I think it's actually going to work. Now, I do believe it's going to work. When you tell a sales guy, you got to make this many calls to get this many contracts, and you got to do this. This is how you get to the result. Now you know what you need to do in order to get there. And so it's easier for you to just accomplish the thing instead of like, how am I going to get 20 sales a month? And then like, you've been in sales. Sometimes you don't even know what you have to do. You're like, I just got to make calls. Then you can never turn it off. You can never turn that off, because whatever you do is never enough. But if you know, I need, like, based on the numbers, based on statistical, like, math, this is how many calls I need to make in order to get to what I want. And now you know you can feel good at the end of the day. I did everything that I needed to do to get to my goals.
Well, this is where I disagree with you, Dakota Bailey.